Estamos iniciando un capítulo especial de Back to Rock para rememorar todo lo que fue la quinta edición del Festival Lollapalooza en el Parque O'Higgins. Tendremos entrevistas exclusivas para todos ustedes, así que vayan a sentarse, no se muevan por ningún minuto. Back to Rock comienza ahora. Vive Rockstar en Bar Rockaxis. Te invitamos a vivir una experiencia all inclusive con la previa, show y after. Visítanos en Constitución 151 de martes a sábado. Te esperamos junto a la mejor música del mundo. Más información en barrockaxis.com. Un equipo de nuestro programa estuvo el 14 y 15 de marzo para cubrir todas las alternativas del Festival Lollapalooza. Tuvimos la oportunidad de conversar con excelentes artistas y en este bloque recordaremos lo que nos dijeron las bandas Kasabian y Más Mental.
We just come from Colombia. I've never been there. Landed in Chile. The people seem so friendly, man. It's like there's a real mad energy going on. Like everyone seems so. I don't know. It seems so cool. You know, everyone's really nice, cool. We just vibe. So on that level, it's amazing. You know, it's sort of beautiful. Been doing like gigs for like 10 years, right? And I've gone, sort of done a lot of I've done a lot of moves, you know. So I just got bored. I got bored of rock and roll clothes, you know. I was fed up of I just fed up of them. So I wanted to do something that was like a uniform as such, so I don't have to think about what I'm wearing anymore. So I just made like 300 t-shirts with words that I like, words that made me laugh, words that made my friends laugh. So it's different every night, but I'm wearing the same uniform. It's sort of, I just thought I'd do it for this album, you know. Yeah, I'll do it for this record and then I'll think of something else. But it's like an art installation. What's important to us is when you're in a studio making a record or making any art, I suppose, that you have to make what you want to make. So if you're making art to please people, then I don't know what you're making, you know. It seems like you're making it sounds like business to me, you know. When you take into account what everyone's feelings are, and if you're going to offend some of your fans, or maybe some of your fans don't get it, you know, then you may as well be making, you know, hamburgers or some shit, you know. It's ruthless, but I don't care. I want to make what I want to make, and I believe in everything we've ever put out. And you lose some people on the way, you gain some people. But there are any fans out there from Chile that didn't get it, then they'll see it tonight, and I think they may change their mind, or maybe not, or think it's even worse.
I'm very honored to play here. It's, you know, like I said, we only do probably one show every few years, so to travel down here, and it's our first time ever playing Chile as Mass Mental, so it's very special and unique, and yeah, we're all very pumped about today's show. Robert Trujillo and I were in Infectious Grooves together back in the 90s. So he had this idea of starting a band with a few of his friends, Armand, who's the other bass player in it, and then Benji, who's not with us today. So yeah, he just asked if I'd be interested in rehearsing with them, and then that led to a recording that was only released in Japan. So after that release, we did a few shows in the States, and then yeah, we just kept in touch, and throughout the years we got together and played random shows. So I think the band started in 99, so we're old. We're all in other bands, so this isn't like a main band for any of us. I mean, we would all like for this to grow and tour more, but with our other bands, Robert being in Metallica and I play in Bad Religion, so we, with that taking a lot of our time, we can't devote too much time to this band. But it also makes it unique, because when we do come together, it's we know that we're not going to be playing that many shows together, so it makes it even more special. We all kind of share the same musical influences, so a lot of the songs were just formulated out of jams, and then other songs, Robert would come in with the idea and then we would expand on it. So we never really sat down and went, this is the direction that we want to go. But I think just after rehearsing so many times, it kind of just fell into place, and we decided, it just felt natural to go into this kind of progressive, heavy bass band that we call Mass Mental. I've probably been here 10 times. Yeah, in Santiago. They're so passionate, and they're music lovers. Every show that I've played here, the response has been very positive, and you could tell that they're just, when they're into you, they're really into you. There's a lot of respect, and you guys have the best food here too. So that's what I look forward to the most. Now, I saw the lineup, and it's always strong. I went to the very first Lollapalooza in Southern California, and I want to say like 98, 97. Jane's Addiction was headlining, so I was that tall. It was awesome. Every Lollapalooza I've gone to, I've always enjoyed myself. So it goes on for 2 decades.
Nuestro equipo continuó trabajando y estas son las declaraciones de algunas de las bandas chilenas: López, Yajaira y Congreso. Disfrútenlo.
Nosotros nos sentimos muy contentos con la respuesta del público sobre el escenario. En realidad no esperábamos mucho tampoco, porque igual básicamente lo que tenemos ahora es un show de canciones nuevas, entonces nos sorprendió ver a la gente o gente cantando las canciones nuevas, aplaudiendo, disfrutando del show y hasta pidiendo otra. Así que estuvo bien el dinero que pagamos.
Son circunstancias distintas, son grupos distintos, son motivaciones distintas, yo creo. Entonces pero sí sentimos esas ganas, digamos, iniciales de mostrar música nueva en general, pero no sé cómo podría compararlo con lo otro. Canciones que a lo mejor se agrupan en un cierto periodo también de ánimo, ¿cachai? Y a lo mejor por eso tienen como esa dirección. Sin embargo, son 5 canciones que estamos viendo dentro de una paleta mucho más amplia que tenemos, que todavía estamos trabajando, que de vuelta saliendo de esto tenemos que seguir viendo otros temas, porque realmente esto está nuevo, digamos, ¿cachai? Entonces hay canciones que tenemos que ver y que tienen otro espíritu también, pero coincide que son estas las que estamos mostrando.
Yajaira somos como yo mismo le puse, somos los extraterrestres dentro de este festival. Pero bien, pues.
Sí, pues al final uno se entrega por igual, aunque hayan 2 amigos ahí con una cerveza en la mano, o hayan 15.000 personas. Claro. Al final, por lo menos para mí, estar tocando. Es la música. Me para los pelos así estar en la sala de ensayo con los chicos tocando, o estar tocando en un estadio. Al final lo importante es eso, estar ahí en el círculo, con los amigos. Eso. Siempre es importante tocar en lugares diferentes, en lugares donde no es habitual. No es habitual para nuestro sonido, que es un poco más áspero, un poco más denso, acceder a otro público, a otra instancia.
Si tienes una banda es para tocar, entonces tienes que pararte cualquiera de los escenarios que sea de rock, sea de pop, de metal, punk, hay que tocar.
En lo personal, de plenitud, de satisfacción, de alegría de poder estar compartiendo con un muchacho, con estos jóvenes promesa. Y que, o sea, que todavía el grupo tenga la oportunidad de estar cerca de la juventud, compartiendo realmente un evento que eleva en realidad valores de la alegría, paz. No está la guerra, está solamente la creatividad. Y estar aquí en ser honesto, yo creo que es un privilegio. Después de 46 años, varias generaciones de músicos han pasado por el Congreso y que todavía sigue siendo parte de la escena nacional, ahora es internacional. Entonces, porque lo importante es que igual la transmisión vía streaming de este festival es realmente importante. Entonces, capaz que puedan pasar cosas ahora a esta altura del partido que nos invitan a Chicago.
El público de Congreso es eso, es transversal, porque los abuelos vienen con sus hijos y los hijos a saber con sus nietos. Entonces chicos de 12, 10 años que cantan las canciones y los abuelos también. Y eso ha sido desde hace bastante tiempo ya. Un público muy...
Hace harto tiempo en realidad.
Hay abuelo, hay papá, hay mamá,
hay abuela. Sí.
Me sentí súper cómodo, súper bien, lo pasamos la raja, como que ya siento que me siento como súper cómodo tocando porque llevamos un tiempo tocando estas canciones, tengo una banda hace un tiempo estable que está funcionando y un equipo por detrás que es como lo que no se ve, ¿cachai? Pero que está andando también, sonidistas, monitores, roadies, como que todo ayuda para que uno esté más tranquilo y no pensando como en 360 grados, ¿cachai? Sino que enfocándose hacia el público, de los sustos que uno tiene de abrir escenario, pero siento que hay que hacerlo de uno nomás, cantar las canciones que uno se sabe y la gente va a llegar a.
A pesar del calor, el equipo de Back to Rock tuvo la posibilidad de conversar con excelentes bandas. Dos claros ejemplos de esto son Al J y The Specials en las cámaras de Back to Rock.
It's really exciting to be here. You know, it's our first time in South America ever, first time in Chile. So we're just looking forward to seeing if we have any fans here, and if they know our music, hopefully.
Yeah, no. Chile is a country I've never, I've always known about. Never ever thought I'd visit Chile, but I'm having a really lovely time so far, and I hear you guys have the largest amount of volcanoes. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
In Chile.
Yeah.
We won the Mercury Prize for the first album, which was a huge deal for us, and we won that, you know, within about 6 months of the album coming out. So that was definitely a big award to win very early on for us. But you know, I think we were just that first year, 2012, of us putting out the album, doing loads of touring. Everything was so many new experiences. I think we almost just took everything. We took everything in our stride in a way, didn't we? Because there was so much new stuff happening, so much exciting stuff that we didn't even have time to process most of it, really. So only looking back on it now, I think how incredible it is that we had that much success that early on with that album, really. Especially as we haven't won the awards for this album yet, so. Like, come on.
Yeah.
We tried to recreate the way in which we made the first album and the second album. You know, we'd had this big success with the first album, I guess, and but rather than sort of like make the second album like rock stars, you know, go to LA or, you know, use some massive producer, we went back to the same producer, the same really small studio in South London. We just the three of us, just locked up, just hanging out and writing songs, and that was the best way to take the pressure off, I think, was to almost pretend like we weren't a big band and just pretend like we were just the same guys back in Leeds at university, writing songs and enjoying it, and that was the way we worked best, I think.
I was saying yesterday we listen to a lot of music, but then we also don't really listen to that much music. We always have headphones on, but we don't necessarily listen to music. We listen to podcasts, interviews, loads of different things, books. Yeah. Music isn't necessarily the major area we draw from in terms of inspiration. It's loads of different things. So, yeah. Tom was doing a remix of one of Miley Cyrus's songs, 4x4, and it worked really well with one of our songs, and we were just like, let's take that tiny little part and let's put it on Hunger of the Pine, and it worked really well. And then we had to approach Miley Cyrus and say, we've just done this, don't freak out, do you mind? And she was like, yeah, cool. So the short of it, that's kind of what happened. Yeah.
In 1979, when the Specials first started, I would never have thought that 35 years later I would still be playing this music to a new generation of people who weren't born when we recorded our songs in 1979. But to play it in South America is amazing. I think it's a wonderful legacy of how the music has, why the music is so good, and it's gone across generations, it's gone across continents, and it's all over the world now. And for me, still living in little Coventry in England, that's tremendous. It's a wonderful feeling. So the fact that I am at 61 years of age, can go around the world and play those songs, is wonderful. So I'm a very, very happy man. So we're going to South America. Oh, that'd be nice. And I didn't really think about it, But as the nearer the date, it's like, oh gosh, this is going to be good, And it's a long way to travel, which is okay. But no, like I say, I'm thrilled to be able to play these songs. 35 years later, I think it's great. Yeah. Ska music is just lovely. The rhythms are irresistible. And our lyrics say something, they mean something. Audiences connect with that. Music crosses boundaries. Music, makes you happy. Music gets you together. And if it can make you think as well, then that's good. So I don't know. It's difficult. It's not up to me to say, why my music is good. That's up for journalists. That's up to people like you and social commentators. I know that it makes me feel 25 years old again when I go on that stage. So if it does that for me, perhaps it transmits to those other people. You have to write songs about something. Yes. Chuck Berry did Cars and Girls, but I think with the advent of punk rock, where social issues, but no, a lot of folk music in America in the 60s, and in South America you wrote songs about social issues, but we weren't just, we were pop, but we had pop music with a message, with something to say. I think it, I think it's what's the word, churlish to just write songs that don't have any meaning. I don't know. There's dance music which in itself has a meaning, but I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm really going wrong. No, I think I'm very proud of the fact that our songs have a message, and they still have a message to this day. Barriers. The health and safety stuff is a lot better. The technical equipment. The PA systems is a lot better. It's a lot better organised. But in 1979, it was so exciting because it was new, and there were new fans, and it was the cutting edge of stuff, and it's still exciting, but it was different, yeah. It was different back then. I still have an enormous amount of fun. Don't get me wrong. But it's a totally different. And music, I think, is different. The way music is perceived back then is perhaps different to how it is now. I don't know.
Y ese fue el especial de Lollapalooza 2015. El equipo de Back to Rock tuvo una labor bastante ardua. Todo para que ustedes estén completamente informados y tengan imágenes y entrevistas exclusivas. Nos veremos prontamente. Esto fue Back to Rock, especial Lollapalooza 2015.